Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and this is StudyIQ IAS. Now back when Arvind Kejriwal was the CM of Delhi, there was this continuous back and forth of allegation between Government of India and Government of Delhi. On one hand, CM Kejriwal used to say कि central government हमें काम नहीं करने दे रही है. Whereas on the other hand, central government वो ये बोलती थी कि केजरीवाल काम करना चाहते ही नहीं है. So was this actually Government of Delhi not wanting to work, or was there certain limitations on Government of Delhi that it couldn't work? So this will be the subject of our today's discussion. Now you understand, India is a union of state. With the state governments, there was separate as well as an independent constitutional existence as compared to the union government, because both of them, they derive powers not from each other but from the Constitution of India, that is the supreme law of the land. However, union territories, they are a different kind of territories because they are directly controlled by the union government. And even the Constitution of India, it recognizes under Article 239 that these union territories, they will be under the control of central government. And for that, the President of India, she appoints administrator or the lieutenant governor, who is the head of the government in these union territories. Also, there are some union territories like Jammu and Kashmir, Puducherry and Delhi. Those have an elected legislative assemblies. And these are categorized under Article 239A. However, on the other hand, Delhi has a special status, because you understand, Delhi is not just a union territory, but it is also the capital of India. And like every other capital, Delhi also has presence of national institutes of national importance like Parliament of India, Supreme Court of India, offices of union government, offices of headquarters of the Armed Forces of India. And also, Delhi has the presence or of official residences of President of India, of Prime Minister of India, Speaker of Lok Sabha, etc. So it is all but natural that in such important locations, that is the capital of a country, that should be controlled by the union government. So in that logic, Article 239AA, it provides a special status to Delhi, and this is called, or this calls Delhi as a national capital territory of Delhi. Now this Article 239AA, it was introduced by 69th Amendment Act of the Indian Constitution that was passed back in 1991. Now this Amendment Act, which introduced Article 239A, it gave union government the power to legislate over certain state subjects in the National Capital Territory of Delhi, that was public order, police as well as land. So this was what Constitution provides for as far as union government is concerned, as far as governments of Delhi is related to. Now, on the other hand, there was this notification by the union government back in 2015 that in addition to public order, police and land, which is given in the Constitution, the administrator of Delhi, that is Lieutenant Governor, he or she will also decide on matters relating to administration of services, which is appointment of bureaucrats as well as transfer of bureaucrats. And this became a source of contention between Government of Delhi as well as union government. Because on one hand, the Government of Delhi said that although it is responsible for governance in Delhi, so naturally Delhi's government should have the control over bureaucrats, that is matters related to their transfers, postings, appointments, etc. While on the other hand, union government felt that it needed to control the bureaucracy, and that is why such notification was issued in the first place. Now this matter of dispute, it naturally reached to the apex court of the country, that is Supreme Court of India. And Supreme Court of India, in its two judgments, first in 2017 and second in 2023, it provided that the Delhi's government in matters related to legislative as well as executive powers over the administration of services was given to the Delhi government. Because the Supreme Court felt that Delhi's constitutional scheme is a sui generis scheme, which in other words, it means that it is a unique model of governance. However, as Delhi's government is responsible for implementing many things in Delhi, hence it should have the power over control over services. Now, union government naturally did not like this kind of a judgment by Supreme Court. So as to nullify this judgment, the union government back in 2023 came up with a new piece of legislation called as Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Act 2023. Now this Amendment Act in a way increased the power of Lieutenant Governor over the Government of Delhi. First of all, the matter of contention between these two governments was the administration of services. So in that regard, this particular amendment, it gave the Lieutenant Governor control over administration of services. And how did it extend Lieutenant Governor the control over services? Is by the constitution of a special committee which will be responsible for appointment and transfer of this bureaucrat. Now this committee that I am telling you right now, that consisted of 3 people. First is CM of Delhi, and another 2 persons are Principal Home Secretary of Government of Delhi as well as the Chief Secretary of Government of Delhi. But you have to rely, or you have to understand, that these 2 bureaucrats that will decide alongside the CM of the Delhi in matters related to transfer and posting of bureaucrats, they will be appointed by central government. So naturally, the people who will be appointed by central government, that is these 2 bureaucrats, technically they can out veto the decision of the elected CM of Delhi. So this was one measure that was introduced by the amendment of Government of NCT Delhi Act. Another measure was that in matters relating to even summoning, prorogation as well as dissolution of State Legislative Assembly of Delhi, these matters will have to be first presented to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi before the orders are to be passed by Government of Delhi. So this gave the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi a supreme power over the Government of Delhi. Understood? So this is how the matters relating to governance, it was dominated by the central government. But do you actually think that this dispute between Government of Delhi and Union Government was actually because of constitutional and legal limitations? The answer is no. Rather than it being a constitutional or a legal problem, it was foremost a political problem. Because you have to understand, both of these government, that is Union Government, it was ruled by the BJP. Whereas on the other hand, Delhi government at that time was ruled by another party known as Aam Aadmi Party. And this political tussle between these 2 parties, it led to the tussle between the respective governments also. And also from a previous example, when Mrs. Sheila Dikshit belonged to Congress party, she was in power in Delhi. At that time, Congress was also in power in the Union government. So at that time, relation, although it was tense, however, it did not lead to such a big dispute because both of these government belonged to same party and they got together and solved many disputes that might have happened during the tenure of respective governments. However, since then, we saw that Delhi shifted its political allegiance to AAP, whereas Union government went to BJP. Now that BJP has again won the Legislative Assembly elections in Delhi, so it is expected that a Delhi CM will have a better relations with the government in Union government that is also ruled by BJP. So this was the entire issue. That is, although there were constitutional and legal limitations on the power of Delhi government, however, the tussle or the dispute between these 2 governments, that is Union and Delhi government, was rather a political problem which is expected to be solved, that now both of these governments will be ruled by just one party. So this was all for today's discussion. Please stay tuned to our channel for more such informative videos.